Gold still surging, still looks great. It's still benefiting from a war premium. I am still not convinced that gold stays up. If, let's say hypothetically, there were to be peace tomorrow in Russia, I think gold sells off. I think it rolls back over and it tests down here. I think if it does that, you buy it with prejudice. I think it's a clear, perhaps even last chance opportunity. You have to take it. But so long as fear is on the rise, so will gold. And the same is true for oil. Uranium could not look better, guys. I told you about this. I told you. Remember, we were oscillating around $11, okay? And you're getting tighter and tighter and tighter to get into this apex, and then you break out. So we have broken out. Uranium is making its next leg up. It could not be more bullish. It's still early. We still have a long way to go. And remember, the first video I did, I started with Centrus Energy, remember? And what did I tell you? I told you there are only 2 companies in the world that refine this stuff. Only 2 companies in the world that make HALEU. One of them is Centrus Energy. The other is a Russian company. Okay, you understand? You understand? What happens if Russia gets sanctioned even more, right? Or if the sanctions hold? Nobody's buying the stuff from them, okay, except maybe China, right? The rest of the world, the rest of the planet is going to get all of this from this one single company. Do you understand what kind of a monopoly they're going to have? This is insane. This is a strong buy. You hit these trends, I don't care which one it is, you buy it, right? You buy it and you buy it and you buy it because it has nowhere to go but up. The entire sector is extremely bullish. I mean, look, what did I say about this, right? 550 was the buy price. Bought it right here, okay? Boom, up 46%. Was up 55%. Up 45% already. Already. That fast, just by buying the trend in a bull market. That's how easy this stuff is, okay? And it's the same across the board. Everything looks good. Everything looks great, right? We're trending up. We're going up. Uranium is super bullish. Buy it. If you're a short-term trader, you know, I can't help you. This is a macro play. This is a extremely bullish sector in a long-term bull market. We've got 2 to 3 years worth of this minimum left. It's an extremely volatile market. So, you know, who knows what might happen tomorrow. We might drop all the way down 22% to come back to this trend line in a day, right? That's the kind of thing you have to prepare yourself for getting into this market. But if you do, good, because now you just got afforded a great buying opportunity at a great price. So buy it. It's just that simple. Remember we talked about Sibayne Stillwater and we talked about platinum? Well, look what's happening. All right, you remember we drew our double bottom, all right? And we said, look, it's breaking out. Now look where it is. Look where it is. It's already up 21%. Already. Just like fast. It's that easy, guys. That's how easy it is to do. And you can even take the measured move when you double bottom. You know, this was going to be a $4 move from $16. All right, so it's going to $20. In fact, it already did. All right, so that's your measured move. So for a swing trade, that was an easy trade. You know, and you were in it for a little over a week. Just easy money. I do want to start telling you guys about trades I'm entering and exiting myself. I want to start establishing a record of that also. So this is a trade I just exited. Orca Gold, this company had 10x potential easy, but they took the easy way out and sold to a developer. And so instead of 10xing, we 2x'd on the easy money. I mean, had the option to stay and get shares in the new company, but this was an easy 2x. I bought right down here, right at 32 cents. And I think I bought it on this side and I had to wait. Got retested a couple of times, but it ended up being totally worth it. So that's the position I exited yesterday, actually. Ended up getting up to 64 cents, basically. I sold at 60. It's not a big deal. It was easy money. I'm adding to Liberty Gold today. I really like it. A lot of upside potential. I'm not so sure how much more downside we get. If we come back to these levels again, I'll buy and add more, but it's safe to add here. And by the way, just to reiterate on Sprott again, so this is what the chart looks like when you're tracking it on the Toronto Stock Exchange. And it this shows you the value in Canadian. But more importantly, it shows you a more accurate representation of the volume that day. And you can see that when we broke out, it was all-time record volume. Okay, and so what I'm just showing you this to show you that this is not a fluke. This is not going to be short-lived. Uranium could not be more bullish. Just look at uranium itself. We'll put this on a weekly chart so you can see. guys. Look at this. Long-term bull channel coming up. Broke above. Big break above. This happened when Sprott came online. Came back for the retest. Stayed above. Pin it. And breakout. I mean, and it did it with volume. So there's nowhere to go for uranium but up. I actually added to my Sprott position today as well. I rotated all my earnings and profits from Orca into more uranium and Liberty Gold. So that was my trade today. And look, the situation in investing hasn't really changed. If it comes out of the ground, if it comes out of the earth, it's bullish. I mean, that's the short and sweet of it. I'm particularly fond of energy and all metals, whether precious, industrial, or energy. Uranium could not be more bullish. Gold and silver, there's still time to load up the boat before it takes off. Nothing's really changed on these things. Only thing I would say is crypto. Nothing's really changed on crypto since my video last week. I mean, it's coming up just now trying to retest these breakdown levels. Until it does anything above here, totally not interested. Just as a reminder, this is entirely dependent on the Fed and what the Fed does, again, with interest rates. If the Fed comes out and says, look, we're going to keep rates low, we're going to keep printing, we're not going to taper, then you buy Bitcoin. You do it with leverage because it's going to go up. It's just that simple. That's all you got to do. But if they raise rates and they continue on their hawkish path, you get out of it as fast as you can because there's no reason for it to go up. It's a risk asset, and that's all it is. I don't care how you feel about it. Your feelings, don't really matter. Same thing with Nasdaq. These tech stocks, if interest rates go up, asset prices are going down. Okay, so this hasn't changed either. This is still a very bearish, downward momentum chart. We still have to test our first target of 12,000. Remember, we have our touches back here that give us a strong support. Plus, it's a round number, 12,000. So that's a really good first place to look for a potential meaningful rebound. Like, especially if you want a swing trade, you might open a position here. Not much different for the S&P. It's kind of the same thing. I mean, my original call when it was selling off was at 40.40 because if it would have kept rolling over time, that's exactly where we would have ended up. But we didn't. We bounced. We hit the trend, not once but twice. Denied, rolled over, and here we go. We went down. I don't believe in this bounce either. Again, unless the Fed starts pumping money, asset prices are going to lose value. They're going to sell off. And the next place to test for any kind of meaningful bounce would be on this trend line. But even more important than that, guys, if you take a look back and zoom out, there's a trend that I've noticed for some time now that a lot of things are coming back and they are testing this February high before the virus came and everything sold off. Because everything is essentially coming and reconciling whether it's still worth at least that price that it was and whether it's even, deserves to be higher than that given the state of things in the world right now. And if the Fed's going to quit printing money and these things are going to sell off, I think that this is a good, actual, strong, meaningful first target. You could say right here, 35.80, but really that 3,400 might be the best one, especially if you zig over time, you'd get there, because this old resistance on this prior trend probably offer pretty decent support. I mean, that was a very, very long-term trend line. So again, nothing's changed here. We're still going down. If you want to swing trade, good luck. But investing, ain't nobody got time for this.